Afternoon, everyone. Virgo Triad here. It is May 1st, 2018. This is a very short video. I want to talk entitled in Cornell Law as what is a Treasury Direct Account. There seems to be quite a bit of misunderstanding with regards to this, and I want to clear that up right now. I'm going to go ahead and read from this very quickly and then give you a couple of personal side notes to think about. I get this question at least once a day, and I want to make sure that everybody hears it and rehears it once again. I've already done a video about this once, but it was several months back, and evidently people are not seeing that video because it is so far back in the list. So once again, a Treasury Direct account is an online account that is maintained by the Treasury solely in your name, in which you may hold and conduct transactions and eligible book entry Treasury securities. The primary account is the account that you establish when initially opening your Treasury Direct account, and the primary account may contain the following Treasury securities. Your individual. A primary account for an individual may contain Treasury securities purchased initially as book entry securities that are your personal holdings registered in single owner with beneficiary and primary owner and secondary owner forms of registration. Gifts of saving bonds that have not yet been delivered and converted savings bonds that were transferred from the conversion link account. Now, there are some things that people are missing with regards to this statement. The number one thing that people seem to be missing is that it has to be held in your name and purchased. This does not mean that these were purchased by the government in order to be withheld from you. These are things that you go in and purchase yourself. I'm going to take you over here to a comment that I just left for an individual who is once again requesting information with regards to 31 CFR 363.10, what is a Treasury Direct Account. Now, as I said, I get a question like this usually once a day, so I really would like to put this to rest. What that states is that Treasury Direct Accounts are where the Treasury keep for you securities that you yourself have purchased. Did you see the word purchase? It doesn't have securities the government has assigned to you or created for you or holds in trust for you. It only has securities that you purchased. The gurus are saying that TDA accounts and the securities in it were created for you at birth. According to 31 CRF 363.10, that is false. If you have not purchased securities and put them into a TDA, but you nevertheless try to draft from such an account, you are committing bank fraud because you are presenting a document to claim something that you didn't put in the account that you are trying to draft. And just by the way, sincerely pleading that you honestly thought there was, if you honestly thought there was an account holding securities that belongs to you, that is not a viable defense. The judge will instruct a jury to find you guilty if you tried to get money from an account when you hadn't deposited money in that account, even if they are convinced that you honestly thought you were acting legally. Uttering an instrument to claim from an account money you never put in the account is bank fraud as an objective fact without regard to your subjective state of mind. The law takes the view that whatever you claim about your intention, the fact that you tried to get something for nothing proves that you meant to commit fraud. Read it thoroughly, folks. Don't take the word of a guru. Read it thoroughly. It is not a defense that is going to work in court that you just didn't know because you were listening to YouTube videos. If you didn't purchase the security and you don't have receipt of the security is not yours. End of story. Now, there are other people that have been asking questions with regards to CFR 363.10. In addition, claiming that they have now picked up the phone and are using the supposed CUSIP number off the back of their Social Security card and getting on the phone with managers at Fidelity, and Fidelity is saying, yes, that is the CUSIP number on this bond. But this bond is not showing that it belongs to you. You need to call the Treasury. People call the Treasury, and the Treasury says no such bond is in your name. And then you come back and you say, well, who's lying? Well, in fact, neither one are lying. Fidelity does indeed have a CUSIP number that matches a random 9 digits off of the back of your Social Security card, which in reality is just a serial number. And the Treasury Department is not lying either, because they can see that either there is another party that owns that bond, or that bond is still on auction up for sale because it hasn't been purchased yet, and you are not the rightful owner. You don't hold a receipt to that bond. You know you didn't purchase that bond. Therefore, that bond does not belong to you. It's very simple, folks. If you don't purchase something, you don't own it. That is exactly the way that it works with these. Now, although I know this is not going to be a popular short video, it is a factual short video. And I want to make sure that everybody understands this. If you try to send in an A for V, or you try to send in a Form 56F to the IRS in order to obtain what are in bonds that you did not purchase and hold receipt to yourself, you will be prosecuted for fraud. And that is indeed what you are committing. So before you decide to do these things, be absolutely certain that you purchased and own this property. Because if you do not own these bonds, what you are committing is fraud. Hope this was helpful and helps to explain 31 CFR 363.10. Have a good day.